Assalamualaikum and hello. So I'm going to discuss question number 1 for chapter 5 revision. Okay, let's read the question first. A 200-gram sphere is released from a height of 3 meter. After striking the floor, the sphere rebounds vertically upward but lost 30% of its initial energy. For the first rebound, calculate the initial velocity of the sphere and maximum height of the sphere. Okay, so let's draw how exactly this sphere is actually. Okay, so we have a sphere, which is released at the height of 3 meter. So let's say this is the floor. So this is the floor, and this sphere, is released at the height of 3 meter here. Okay, when it says here release, meaning that the velocity when it is released is equal to 0 meter per second. Okay, after striking the floor, the sphere rebounds vertically upward. So dia rebound lah. So apabila dia sampai ke tahap sini, dia akan rebound semula ke atas with some velocity which we don't know. But what happened is it lost 30% of its initial velocity, meaning that its initial energy, meaning that dia punya final energy is now 70% of the initial energy. Ni adalah information from this one here. After the first rebound, it says here we want to find what is the initial velocity. Maksudnya apabila dia daripada sini dan dia dilepaskan ke bawah, so after the first rebound, which is at here, dia akan rebound ke atas kan. So dekat sini ni kita mau tahu apakah velocity. What is the initial velocity? Dia bagi tahu sini adalah initial, but since we assume this one, at point here, point A adalah initial, kita assume pula dekat sini adalah final. So what can we do is, using the conservation of energy. We use a conservation of energy, which is the total of initial energy is equal to the total of final energy. Kita assume initial adalah point A dan final adalah point B. Ni sudah letak dekat sini. Point A and point B. So we know that. So initial we have kinetic energy plus with potential energy, which is equal to kinetic energy final plus potential energy final. Kalau kita tengok dekat sini, since U is initial velocity adalah sama dengan kosong, so we don't have a kinetic energy, so it will be 0. Then there will be a potential energy because it is 3 meter from the floor. Now dekat point B dekat sini, there will be a velocity. Sebab tu yang kita mau kirakan velocity, but there will be no potential energy. Potential energy akan jadi sama dengan kosong because it is now on the floor. Dia betul-betul dekat floor ni. So we left with this, which is potential energy is mgh is equal to kinetic energy 1/2 mv square. So now we want to find this value of V here. So let's just substitute the formula, the value. Mass is equal to 200 gram. So convert to kg, which is 0.2. And then G is 9.81. Height is 3 meter. Equal to 1/2 mass 0.2 V square. And V will be equal to 7.67 meter per second. So that will be the solution for the first one here. So next question we want to find is the maximum height of the sphere. So after this sphere rebound, so maybe it rebounds going here, and then we want to know what is the maximum height it can reach. So we want to find what is the maximum height here. So again, Okay, we use the same concept, which is sum of total initial energy is equal to sum of total final energy. And since kita ada information ni kan tadi, okay, final energy is equal to 70% of the initial energy. So final energy yang kita ada is only the kinetic energy, which is K, and initial energy yang kita ada hanyalah potential energy. And here potential energy is mgh, kinetic energy will be 70% times with the kinetic energy. So just substitute all of the information that we have. M is still 0.2, G is 9.81, and H is what we want, 70/100 times 1/2 mass, and velocity is the final velocity yang kita dapat tadi, which is this one, 7.67 square. So we get the maximum height, which is equal to 2.10 meter. Okay, so that is the solution for question number 1. Thank you.